This is the Cozy Corner Podcast. I am BTL.
And I am Ember.
Ember, what it do tonight?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. This is true. We need to catch up. But before we catch up on your hashtag, it's never too late for Ember challenge. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. That's at Cozy Corner Show. One word of the K and a Z. And what is our Insta?
Cozy the Corner.
Corner the Cozy. That's
Corner the
right.
Cozy.
All episodes, past and present, available at cozycornerpodcast.com.
Wait, what's our YouTube?
That's cozycornerpodcast.com. That actually goes straight to the YouTube. Oh, that's right. We need to bring that up as well, because we're now, it's not vlogs. What would you call them?
I would call them vlogs.
We're vlogging. We're vlogging now. So we have a couple episodes up of us at theme parking it up.
Yeah, I think we should kind of branch off a little bit into theme parks, but definitely still theme park related things.
Because we're hashtag blessed to have annual passes.
Exactly. And we're also hashtag blessed planning a wedding.
That's true as well.
Hashtag broke as fuck.
Yes, Ember and I are tying the knot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked her, and she said, I'll think about it. And then a couple months later, she said, I guess.
I had to email a couple suitors making sure.
No other options became available.
Yeah. So
I was really rooting for you. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
It's okay.
Fine.
I'll do okay.
It's like a bad version of The Bachelorette.
Yeah. Or there were no roses. Just dead roses. Just stems. Just flower stems. Just
swipe lefts.
Swipe lefts. Swipe left. That should be a show. Swipe left.
Oh, that would be...
Reality show.
Imagine it was like a line of men, and then you just have you just look at them right in the face, and they're just talking about their bio. Like,
I think Kimmel does that actually on his show. I think he does something similar.
God, that's so funny.
Where you swipe left or right. He did that for one of his
So give me like
members.
3 scenarios. You're 3 different men. 3 different characters.
Okay.
So tell me about your bio, and I'll tell you if I'm swiping right or swiping left. Swiping right is yes, swiping left is no, right?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Hey there, girl. My name's Brutus. When I'm not pumping iron and eating protein, I enjoy long walks on the beach and in my flower garden.
Swipe right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swipe right. Oh, let me give you one.
Okay. I'm down.
Hi. My name is Brittany, right? And I like to go to the. I'm not country. A lot of people say that, but like that's not like what it is. Mm-hmm. My parents gave me a trust fund, and like I like to head to the mall. Oh, and I did go to Coachella like 4 years in a row.
Swipe right. I'm intrigued.
You could just tell by your voice her boobs are big.
You said trust fund, and I'm like, Oh. What can I get out of this?
Okay, you do what?
Hey there, girl. Like, oh my God, my name is Jimmy, and I'm just here really to let my parents know that I'm totally straight. Like, 100% straight, so there's no need to worry that I won't. I'll treat you right, girl. Like, I know that we want, like, a bubble bath, a nice glass of wine, girls' night, like, all the way. You and me and the world.
Okay, so I believe in a spectrum of not completely gay, not completely straight, but,
Yeah, I wish my parents did, because they sure don't as hell.
Yeah, so I'm gonna swipe left. I'm sorry.
The fuck?
Sorry, Jimmy.
What, how am I supposed to tell my mother now? What am I gonna tell her? Oh, you're so fucked up. I'm
all right. I slept left. So bye.
You didn't block me, bitch. Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
That was fun.
That was interesting. So we found no suitors.
No suitors. No. So we found each other.
That's nice. That's romantic.
Yeah.
AF.
Settling.
So what? Hashtag settling. Hashtag there's always tomorrow. So what happened? Speaking of hashtags,
there's always tomorrow.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Speaking of hashtags, this is a good transition as me, an investigative journalist.
When did that happen?
I'm digging down
just
to
a second ago?
The bottom of the story here. The hashtag is never too late for Ember challenge. Where did you go wrong?
Okay. I'll tell you where I went wrong. I started that challenge during a mental break. I was just having a mental breakdown.
Mental breakdown.
Yeah, that was a really bad time for that challenge.
Okay.
I could do that challenge again.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a better mindset.
Mindset.
I'm in a better mindset. It's a possibility for me. Honestly, I do need to start waking up earlier. That's for sure. I actually started waking up later. Even though in my schedule, it's been really nice.
That's what depression does.
Yeah. Well, like, not to get, like, too serious about it, but, like, lately I have been kind of going through my mental health, struggles, but thankfully, it looks like things are turning around.
So, your mental health to do a deeper dive.
Okay.
Just a tiny, like, let's put our foot in the water here, because I don't want to delve too much into it.
We'll keep it on the surface.
When you're ready. Yeah, we'll keep it on the shallow end.
No, it's important to talk about this because...
So... sorry. Are you? I'm gonna let you finish. So is it anxiety? Is it just a mental depression? What goes on up there?
So I have anxiety and depression disorder since I've been like 13 years old, but it's kind of gotten, I have flare-ups, and lately I had a flare-up, and I wouldn't say it was anxiety at this point. I think it was more depression, and it's just I had too much on my plate. I also kind of didn't have as much sympathy from the people I needed to have sympathy with me, and that's not saying like my friends and my close people, but people who had a say in my... I don't know how to say that. It's just, there's some people who just don't get it and they're not as understanding. And they may think that the reason I had a mental break was for other reasons, or that it's not an actual thing. So
when you say flare up, what does that consist of?
I kind of spiral. That's how I say it. And pretty much I can go from being a very happy person, as I usually am, but sometimes I break down and I go to a very deep, dark place. And it's really difficult to get out of that headspace, because you almost feel like everything is wrong and everything is bad and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And to get out of that mindset is a struggle for me. Oh, and bonus, I got diagnosed with ADD on this whole...
There you go. So you went and sought out some help.
Yeah, which is very important.
Yes. And you ended up getting diagnosed with ADD.
Yeah. And I guess I've had it for a while, just never really... paid too much attention to it because I was very focused on my mental health and I knew that was an issue. But now that I know about the whole ADD thing, it makes a lot of sense to me. And hopefully I can work on that now too.
Were you having trouble concentrating before?
Concentrating. I doze off a lot more than people think I do. Yeah. And it's really difficult for me to keep interest in one thing. Like, even when I watch TV, you'll see that I'm on my phone while I watch my TV, or if I'm, typing or anything, I'm listening to music. Stimulation.
Now that's very interesting to me, because when I was a kid, a youngin', I was diagnosed with ADD. And by the way, would you believe some people don't even believe ADD exists?
That is... I can see that. Same thing with mental health. Like, people could say, like, all my symptoms are just, like, my personality or my, just the way that I am. But I could tell it's something else, because I want to be focused and I want to be happy and I want to be these things, and I don't have control over the situation.
Yeah. So when I was a youngin', I was diagnosed with ADD. I was put on Ritalin as a kid, which my understanding is now Ritalin's been discontinued. And so in my adult life, I tried, somewhere along the line, I got off Ritalin because I didn't like the side effects. I don't want to say lethargic, but it just sort of kind of like drained you of, I want to say, your personality. It totally like transformed me.
I've heard a lot of that.
And so I'm kind of a quiet kid, but with my ADD, I found that I can kind of just zone out and I just sort of daydream. So I don't need, like you pointed out earlier, when TV's on but you're on your phone. For me, I could sit, and I think you've caught me a couple times just staring at nothing, and you're like, "What are you doing?" I can just stare. As a kid, like I could just stare in like an empty room and just drift off and be totally fine. Like just be perfectly content with absolutely nothing because my mind just kind of plays whatever. So that was my ADD, because even when I had to focus or I had things in front of me that I needed to do, whether it be homework or practicing an instrument for school or whatever, I would either drift off, not pay attention, not look, not concentrate on what I need to do, and just kind of enter my own head, which in my adult life I still do, but I'm kind of aware of it now. And even in my adult life, when I tried to go back to school, and I was just like, I maybe need to get on medication again. So I ended up, I got on this one called Vyvanse, and then that didn't work out too well, and then I tried one Adderall.
Adderall's very popular.
And so it's just sort of like I stopped all those again because the side effects to me were similar to what I remembered as a kid.
Yeah.
So it's just, I find it sort of interesting as an adult, and I'm no doctor, so I my perspective is just what I know, that for some, ADD, I guess, is, well, so I guess the whole thing is that you're easily distracted, but what distracts you, I guess, is what's different, because you have to be always stimulated, I guess, for years. But for me, it's just like I could just stare at a screen and then all of a sudden not even be paying attention to what's going on. I
feel like also my overstimulation comes with my depression.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Kind of. I mean, like, I will say, like, as a kid, I was a really lonely kid. Like, I've always been just a very lonely kid. And that's not saying, like, I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends, but just growing up, my sister was older than me. All my cousins were older than me. I was just a lonely kid. So I think, like, the whole, like, not having anything, like, you'll see, like, I am always trying to have something that I have to do or something to plan. Because I get in my brain too much if I'm, like, alone or not doing anything. And the silence kind of kills. And I think, like, for me, like, being overstimulated is much better than...
like therapeutic.
Yeah, like, I like it. Like, I'm busy. Like, I like being busy mentally. But I feel like I'm a very good multitasker. But, obviously, I have an attention problem.
Right.
It's not as big of an issue as my mental health, so I'll just take it for what it is. It's not top of mind.
Yeah.
May is mental health mental health awareness month.
Oh, well, look at that.
Yeah,
that tied right in.
Yeah, it kind of tied in with my life too. April was just a really rough month, but just if anyone's listening out there, just know, it's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to ask for help, and it doesn't show weakness. It shows the opposite. It shows a lot of strength. Yeah. And yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I just needed to say that to anybody listening.
That's a good point you bring up. It's okay not to be okay. I think there's moments in life where we all suffer from some sort of like sadness or depressive state that maybe we can't necessarily explain on the surface level, but we just feel like just something bringing us down. And I think as adolescents or young adults, we express that sadness differently. Some kids in school or in high school, they'll drink or they'll do self-harm. They'll just express it in different ways, or they'll go out a lot and just act wild. And it's just struggling to cope with whatever that feeling is, and then just getting to the other side.
For sure.
That's what's important. I think we all go through it and we get out of the other side differently. And if you have thoughts or you do self-harm or anything like that, it's okay not to feel okay all the time. Just know that, and I know it's cliche because I remember when I was going through it, like if someone told me it gets better.
Oh, but it actually does. Yeah.
But just at the time you can't see it because you're just like, it can't. This is my life.
Yeah. And to make, a permanent decision on a temporary problem is so heartbreaking when I hear stories of it, because the truth is it does get better. I know it sounds so stupid, but it really does, because in high school it sucks, man. High school sucks. Middle school sucks. If you're in middle school or you're in high school, it sucks. Don't worry. The people who are like killing it in high school, they remain killing it in high school, all right? Like, that's it for them. Like, you have so much other things that you're going to accomplish outside of high school. It's 4 years. After that, like,
Yeah. We did a very deep dive.
Yeah.
Let's let our ADD kick in and change the subject. We saw Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, we did.
Last night? Was it last night?
Last night, yeah.
Last night. We're recording this on Saturday. And,
sorry.
Pikachu got sad a couple times in that movie. That's the transition. You know who else got sad? Pikachu. But you know what? He turned his story around, too.
I don't feel comfortable with that
one. So what did you think of the movie overall?
I really loved it. I think it was so freaking cute. I think like they really did it justice. I think they did like the Pokemon universe justice, and it was super cute. It was a lot of adventure, a lot of story. I like to watch a movie and really think about what the ending's going to be.
Right.
And this one, I could not figure it out in the beginning of the movie. It was very twisty, and I love it so much. I felt it in my jellies.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. There were some points where I was just kind of like, with the storyline, but it reeled me back in at some other points as well.
Okay, so from some celebrity topics.
Okay.
I have one question for you. And I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this, but the whole, I guess Ayesha Curry went on Red Table with Jada Pinkett Smith. And she's married to Steph Curry.
Oh, okay.
From the Knicks. The Knicks? Oh my God. If he's not from the Knicks, I really apologize for all the sports fans. I don't really know it. No, definitely not 76ers.
I don't know.
I think he's in the Knicks.
I'm not a big sportster.
Or like a New York Rangers? No, that's
New York Rangers.
That's hockey.
I don't even watch basketball, and I know that's wrong.
Okay, sorry. All right, so he's a basketball player. A lot of girls are all up in his DMs, and I guess she said a comment that a lot of people have problems with. She said that she wishes that she got some male attention, just like her husband gets some female attention. And a lot of people were upset about that because she's married, and why would you want some attention from outside the marriage?
She just wanted some compliments. It's what it sounds like.
So how do you feel about the situation?
She just wants to be appreciated.
I will be your wife one day, very soon.
Word.
Less than a year.
All goes well.
Now I'll be your wife, and I feel very down about my appearance, and maybe you're getting hit on a lot.
Especially with that new Snapchat filter.
Oh my God, Bobby is BTL is the most beautiful woman. But do you feel like there's an issue with a husband or a wife just needing that validation outside the marriage?
Not necessarily. I mean, why is she seeking it? That would be the root cause of
just insecurity.
Like, because if she's seeking it because she feels like she's not getting enough, like,
she's not necessarily
acknowledgement at home.
Seeking it, she just wants it.
It's definitely nice to get a compliment,
for sure,
every once in a while from strangers, for sure, absolutely.
I agree.
And if she says, I mean, it sounds like the ratio of compliments he's getting and the compliment she's getting is very off. It's not even. And so I can see maybe how that might make someone envious, especially if she's like, I still got it. What the fuck? Why is he getting all the compliments?
That's how I would be. I completely understand where she's coming from.
So, I mean, yeah, I get it.
I get it.
It's nothing to get upset about.
People get upset over everything. This is well, frustrating.
So I'm under the belief that, there used to be people who got upset very easily just throughout history, throughout the world. However, since the dawn of the internet, they're just now in everyone's face all the time. Like, they were hidden from view before internet.
Yeah.
Like, they were around the corner, or they were your neighbor down the street, and you didn't know. Unless you talked to them.
Susan, she didn't want to have to go picket like that. She has to take her kids to school. Like, she has, PTA afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, she can't go and put a sign, on so-and-so's door about, how they're living their life wrong. Yeah. But now on the internet, now on Facebook, Susan got some 5 minutes, and she gonna say what she wants to say.
That's very true. Very impulsively, we let our emotions get the best of us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do, too.
Yeah, that's very true. I tend not to engage with the comments.
I engage just because I feel like there is, I'm not a troll.
Not yet.
I do feed the trolls sometimes. And that's just because, you know what? You can have your opinion, and that's cool. We can have different, varying opinions, and that's cool too. But you're going to hear my side, whether you want to or not.
Deep word. We should wrap this epi up.
All right, guys, swipe right.
Swipe right if you like it, if you like us, or just one of us even. We don't have to be we don't have to be a set.
I mean, we're getting fucking married, dude.
Dude. Word.
Dude.
Fuck, we are, aren't we?
Shut up.
Shit.
You're so lucky.
I am. This is very true. God bless you, Ember.
Aren't you?
God bless you very much.
Thank you
for putting up with this. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. Are we on Facebook?
We're not on Facebook.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter. That's that Cozy Corner Show. One word with the K and Z.
We're trying to get away from Susan.
And what is Insta?
Corner the Cozy?
Corner the Cozy. Again, all episodes past and present available cozycornerpodcast.com.
Check our YouTube, subscribe, please, because we are still figuring that out. I feel like they're really good, though. I'm just saying.
And we're also streaming every Friday on Writing Archer Radio at 7 p.m. And that is that. So, for Cozy Corner Podcast, I'm BTL.
I'm Ember.
Have a good night.